come outside for the night. Take your time, get your light. Dirty night. The career's more at stake when you win your prom. That paper baby money's on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can book you either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God. Well, alright. Tryna fight in the night. Come alive.
Finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm born down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on the hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've looked, I've tried, no one told me when it's so don't blink twice. I tried everything I thought that I may need. I've been trying to catch my breath since I was 17. I've hurt, I've cried, and way too much to drink, but I won't let my life drown in that old kitchen sink.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today is a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 wins. 11.
They'll start on the ground. Hall call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
For you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Fields going right back to Wilson. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Here we go. 319, guess what?
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Here we go, son. 222.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, Ken. No muss. Right.
Off play action, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. But Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one, because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing off.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
2nd down.
Henry up the middle. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Open net is Waddle, complete. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's Fields. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Hall on a give up the middle. The 20, 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Breece Hall, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
7-yard gain. And a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Ravens at 11-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 48. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Allen. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing now is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive.
And I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some hang-ups
coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball again on second down. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. 94 yards rushing for it as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Back to throw. Fields.
Got a man. That's Hunter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Second and a couple.
Don't jump. Ready? 3-9.
Ball again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go. 158,
A handoff for Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
319, that's it.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 331, 331.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14.
Ravens 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fighting his way through contact. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Allen to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Big loss on the play.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Fields. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson as the 1st half is winding down. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Off 52. Hey, home.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. This pass nabbed by Waddle along the sideline. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He's got room at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the Steelers' 14-yard line.
Now a second and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture's going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's a give to Hall. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Hall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go, son.
In motion goes the tight end. On 4th down, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Here we go. Nice instruction.
Back to the ground with Hall. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, son. 331, 331.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 319, right here.
They'll give to Hall. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark. And he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll fight forward on a straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Pass 85, pass 85. We go.
Now Allen. This will go to Henry out wide. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all. As he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Devontae Smith, 60 yards. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
38. Ravens 24. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How how does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Hey, tight. Hey, hold.
To the air, Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown. But boy, he's playing really well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11.
Here we go, son. Green 19, good luck. Hey, check. Easy.
Here's Hall again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Green 19, Angel.
Fields now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost it forever. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Allen. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
56. Half. What's that?
To throw, it's Allen. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's good for a Baltimore.
Throwing now is Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Off the option, here's Henry. And some space here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Hey, home. 5 wide.
Here's Allen to throw it. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Now Allen going to change it up.
23-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
319. Half 85.
Allen going to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Hey, Monday.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
3rd down.
Here we go. Good. 319.
Here's Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful?
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick. You talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, name, I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em